Bill Viola's The Reflecting Pool composes the concept of expectation versus reality while emphasizing the stillness of nature. This piece presents a single shot of a man-made outdoor pool in the backdrop of a dense forest. The stillness of the frame makes the audience focus on the movement of water, as well as a figure as it emerges from the right side of the frame and approaches the pool, standing in the direct center. For exactly 1 minute, the man stands absolutely still over the water, his reflection rippling on the surface, before he leaps into the air to freeze mid-cannonball. In this moment of freeze frame, Bill Viola establishes the rest of the piece by dismantling the audience's expectation of what they are likely to see. Although there are moments of action such as these in the reflecting pool, overall it plays with the concept of stillness within the frame. Talking about stillness in relation to video art pieces, Tanya Layden states, "These works are static images, yet at the same time they are moving. They create a heightened awareness of time's passing. In slowing down, halting the image, or simply showing it as it is, slowness perhaps becomes a new and vital artistic strategy, one that brings about a renewed attention to an archaeology of time." This is exactly what Viola does in the reflecting pool. In freezing the action and distorting our perception of reality, we begin to take notice of each passing moment, so that when someone emerges back into the frame, or when the ripple pattern on the water surface changes, our eyes immediately gravitate towards it, for it has disrupted the stillness. The reflecting pool, along with Viola's other work, share a perspective on self-reflection and interior interpretation of the self, seen here as the people being reflected on the surface of the water become independent of the person on land. Right before the man mid-cannonball completely fades away into nature, a character appears in the water standing right where he had stood before, but he makes a different decision than the man who chose to jump. He simply walks away, leaving natural patterns to continue. From then on, human is completely freed from what we understand as the laws of nature. In a talk given at Berkeley University in 2010, when speaking about his inspiration, Bill Viola talks about Houston Smith once stating, "The two forces that have done the most to shape who we are as human beings, both inside and out throughout history, are technology and revolution." Whatever you want to call this duality that seems to exist within ourselves, within all living creatures, and also within nature herself, we are really talking about the invisible world and the visible, tangible world. That's what human beings are, a meeting of those two things. This is directly expressed in the reflecting pool, as humans immediately become a meeting point between the physical and the metaphysical. It is only at the very end that Viola has the human emerge naked from the pool, showing that only through reflection of the self can we become fully pure. Thus, the reflecting pool could be described as the perfect illusion. In Disillusion of the Frame, Ursula Freund describes the perfect illusion as an illusion that uses optical effects and new visual technologies that make the frame of reference by which the image is conventionally characterized disappear. Blurring the boundary between spectator and spectacle allows viewers to imagine themselves as being part of what affects their perception. Bill Viola uses special effects to make the viewer's frame of reference for the laws of nature disappear. The reflecting pool is calm, disillusioning, and ambiguous, which leads the viewer to reflect on what the piece means to them internally and walk away with some idea or concept, regardless of how much resonates with themselves or their daily lives.